Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Ready, Set, Pop. My name is Mariel Basori, greeting you from Mexico City, and I'm here with two of the most amazing co hosts in the world, Mauricio Sierra from Colombia and Lucas Abachi from Brazil. Hello, boys.
Hello,
Hello,
girl.
hello.
It
How
is
are you
good to
today,
see
guys?
you.
It's good to see you too. We are good, excited.
Yeah, great. Great to have another episode, and great to say that we just turned one. This
Yeah,
podcast just turned one.
we
So,
are a
Yes,
babies.
thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't believe how time flies. It's crazy.
It's flying.
yes, it's
Yeah, it's
crazy.
amazing.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, and
But
season two is going fast, like really
yeah,
fast.
yeah. I mean, and like we cannot thank you guys enough for watching our episodes and to be here with us and for giving you all of your support. We really
Yeah.
appreciate it. So thank you so much.
Yeah,
Yes, thank you.
we are happy with the friends we are making.
Yes,
Yeah,
actually, yes.
mhm,
Yes.
it's cool.
It's true.
Um, today today's episode is a topic that was chosen by our friend Luquitas. Here in Mexico, at least, and in Colombia, I don't know if in other countries of you guys watching is the same thing. Please let
Yeah.
us know. We are celebrating Kids Day because in Brazil it's until October. It's crazy. I don't
Yes.
know why, but for Mao and for me it is today. And Lucas said, well, it could be fun to talk about songs that we grew up with. Songs from our childhood that bring us
Yes.
back to those good old days when we were kids. Nothing cared. We didn't care if we did have money, bills, or whatever. So we were
Yeah.
happy and we didn't know.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
Yes. Yes.
It was a different time. So I wanna ask Luquitas, are you happy with this topic? Why did you decide to bring it, even if you didn't know it was Kids Day?
Yeah. It was something on my mind for a while because I feel like with me and maybe with you guys and with other friends that are watching, I never stopped liking the songs that I used to listen when I was a kid. It's not something that makes me feel weird or bad when I listen now. It's still fresh and good for me. I don't mind listening to Shusha, Chiquititas, and the things that were made for kids, even now after my 30s.
Sorry.
Uh,
Mhm.
don't worry, bless. And I don't know, it's a part of me, and I always listen like regular music. I don't make the separation in my mind. So I was thinking how to bring some songs from that era in my life, and was perfect to realize that today you guys are celebrating the Kids Day. As Mariel said, here in Brazil is only October 12th. That I discovered that it's just a random date. It's nothing.
Mm.
There's no reason for that, but it's October, so it's perfect. We can celebrate this day and talk about this amazing time of our lives together.
For sure.
Yes, it should be fun. And now that I have a 3-year-old daughter, I think about what songs is she going to grow up with and remember in 20 years from now. So
Uh,
it's really interesting to see how kids from today and us as adults, it's really cool.
yeah,
So
and she gonna probably listen a lot of music because of you, as
Yes,
you did with your father, and I did with my mine too.
yes.
So
I
it's
think
really,
she's gonna love what you love, Mariel.
yeah.
I hope.
Mariah
Yes.
Carey for sure. Yes.
Mariah
Yeah,
Carey, yes.
I was planning to play 18s to her because they are fresh. They are, like teen. Well, they were teens back in the day.
Yeah.
So something like that, I think she's going to enjoy.
To
But
like it,
now
yeah.
it's time
Yeah.
to bring the songs we like. So, guys, let's start with this.
Yeah. I'm gonna start with actually is my topic, but I thought that would be more fun to know songs about you too. So that's why I ask you guys to choose some songs. But I'm gonna start with Thalia, Amándote, and it's really cool because I never thought when I was a kid that I would actually met someone from Mexico and be friends and talking. So it's weird now thinking about it. And Talia was my first diva for sure. Like I remember being obsessed with her, like everyone in Brazil actually. And I think I was 6 years old, seven, when they released the album in Ecstasies here. I think they released it and then re-released it with Maria del Barrio when
Yeah.
the song,
Mm-hmm.
and when the telenovela was like here in Brazil, like exploding. And I remember watching her on TV. She used to come to Brazil all the time. And I remember seeing this music video on MTV and another channel that we had back then that was Manchete. And I
Mm-hmm.
was like, oh my God, she's so beautiful. I remember thinking about the bikini that was very, you know,
Up
Tiny.
time.
and
Yes,
up like this.
yes, like this. This
Yeah.
is called as a
So
delta. I don't
90s.
know.
It was very
Yes.
90s.
Very nice. Even men used to wear
Yeah,
something like
yeah,
that. Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
Used to.
Like hike.
very
Yeah,
high. Yeah,
and I remember seeing her in like DJ Bobo music videos. I thought when I grow up, life will be like this, you know, parties and my friends and me on vacation on a beach and playing volleyball, you know,
and
things like that,
skating. Yeah,
Okay.
skating and
Yeah.
everything. So I remember that feeling, and that's why I chose the song. And I still listen a lot. I love Thalia, but this one is special because I was so little, but already loving pop music so much. So you guys like the song too?
Yeah.
who?
Well,
Both, both, both.
yeah. Well,
Okay, okay. Go ahead, mi Maria.
yeah. Well, as a Mexican, obviously, I do love Talia. She's great. That song in particular brings me back to we had a friend um, that lived a few houses from mine, and he used to love music, and he knew I was getting into pop a lot. So he made a cassette for me with lots of songs from Thalia, including Amandote. And I
Yeah,
do remember loving that song every time we played it on the car or in my house. It was great. So it brings me back to those good old days. And when you mentioned it on your list, I was like, yep, it's part of
yeah.
my childhood too, because that was like great moments, like I love that, and it has it's great. It brings me back to my childhood, so it's a great
Yeah,
song. Really pop, really pop.
really pop and catchy. Yes, and you, Mal.
Of course, Aria was part of my childhood so much, and I remember maybe not the song in specific, but I remember, as you said, Luquitas. I think Talia was the diva for all Latin American countries. With the telenovelas and stuff,
Yeah,
and all the work that she did at that moment. So I remember I was obsessed with Mariela del Barrio when was on air here in Colombia, and I remember I used to watch the telenovela by myself. Like I
oh,
remember I have
Okay.
a very clear memory in my mind, like in the dark, only with the television on, like
oh,
watching Maria la del Barrio, and I loved Talia at that moment. Of course, she was our diva, and I remember this song. And yes, maybe it was not so popular here in Colombia. Maybe yes, maybe no. I can't remember. But all her work, like the telenovelas and everything. And of course, I remember the musical video because it's very like very iconic. Like
iconic.
with
Yes,
yes, a very iconic because she's skating and with that amazing and gorgeous body. That
yeah,
she had at that moment. So yes, it's a very beautiful memory, and Talia is part of my childhood, no doubt.
Yeah, for sure.
yeah. Love this, love this. So somehow we were connected in
Yeah.
the 90s by Thalia.
For
But
sure.
yeah, now I want to ask something because when I chose this topic, I was not expecting some songs on the list because Mao
Now.
I
chose,
know.
yeah, some songs that the audience may think that I would be the one choosing. I don't know, not Mao.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
yeah, I want to ask you, Mao, one of those, please explain to us one of those songs that you chose. You can choose whatever you want.
Okay, friend, thank you so much. I want to start with Always by Bon Jovi. Why I choose that song? Okay, and I mentioned this in every episode. My cousin Jerry Lee was like a very influence in music for me.
Yes.
So she was all the time playing music in the house. Like in that moment, my grandma Anna, rest in peace. I love her so much. She was watching over me, like taking care of me. Like I used to spend all day in her house, and in this house, my cousin Jerry lives too. So used to live too. So all the time she was playing music, and I remember this song because I was like 3 or 4. Maybe it's the first song that is very clear in my mind from my childhood. And I remember my cousin Jerry was all the time playing this song, all the time playing this song. And I remember I asked her one day, like I was 3, and she told me like the name of the song is Always, and this word sticks in my mind till today, like because for a 3-year-old kid that in that moment I didn't know how to speak English or something like that, that word like is still in my head,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
It's
and
actually an amazing song. Yes, really good.
yes, and actually, maybe it's not my genre in music, this kind of rock, but I love Bon Jovi because of that. And
Yeah.
Always is a very important song in my life. It's a song that belongs to my childhood that brings me a lot of good and amazing memories from that time. So it
Yeah.
was very, I don't know, powerful for me, and the voice of Bon Jovi in the song and the way he sings the song, it's amazing. So yes,
Yeah.
that's the reason I chose that song, because it was like the first song that I listened when I was a kid.
There's a
So
connection. Yes,
yeah,
yes.
what do you think
Besides,
about this song, guys? Go
I
ahead,
really
friend.
love this song. Yes, I love the range, like the high notes. It's really hard to sing. But I was about to tell you that it's funny because the first song that I realized that was a song that I like it, that was not made for kids. I was 3 too, and was Mr. Vane, by Culture Beat.
Yes, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I
You
love
know
that
that
song,
song,
but
Mariel?
until
Yes,
now,
of course.
I have a connection. I used to live with my
Mm,
cousins, and they were teenagers. I don't
vaguely.
remember if I told you that. And they used to listen. And what's the word? Is barf when you do like this? Sorry, I
Burp,
gotta.
Okay.
Yeah,
Burp.
they used to
burp.
do that all the time and listen to the song very loud. And I
Okay.
remember thinking, I want to be a teenager so bad to do that,
Okay, okay.
back then. Yes. And I still love this song. And I play this song every Saturday in the club that I work. I really love. And you, Marialo, do you like this song by Bon Jovi?
Well, you
Let's
guys,
back to Bon Jovi. Yeah.
you guys know I'm not a huge rock fan, but
Yes.
I do know, there are some songs by Bon Jovi that I do like, and that one is one of his best. And I don't remember listening to it when I was a kid because I don't remember my dad playing it because he was my
Okay.
biggest reference, my dad.
Yeah.
But I do
Yeah.
remember listening to it once I got older. So yeah, it's a great song.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
My
Yeah.
my auntie was crazy. She's like the youngest. Um, so she's a little closer to us, and she was crazy about this song.
Okay.
Mm,
Okay.
great. Ay, Niña. Sorry, my daughter is
It's
playing.
Kids Day. Yeah, we have a special girl.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
Okay,
Mm,
so should we go to the next song now by Marielle?
yes.
yes. This one, I am guessing you all love it. I am going to say it's a general kids song from those of us who grew
Grew
up
up
in
in
the
the 90s?
90s. Yes. So it's "Wannabe" by the Spice Girls.
Yeah,
I mean,
iconic.
For sure.
that song was everywhere, and we know it. It was playing everywhere. Um, Niña. Sorry.
It's her day.
She's,
It's her day.
It's her day.
yeah, I
Yes,
know.
she's
I know.
she's taking advantage of that for sure.
I
Yes.
know. I know. I'm just waiting for her dad to come. Um, yeah, the Spice Girls. I mean, I think we all grew up wanting to be one of the girls. At least me as a girl, I was crazy to be Sporty Spice. And that song brings me back to a lot of great days. Seeing the video, wanting to learn the choreography with my friends when we were in second grade, probably. I was so little. But that song in particular brings me back such great memories because it was one of the first cassettes I owned.
Yeah.
And the Spice Girls were, and it's still one of my favorite girl bands in the world. So I'm going with Mao to know what you think.
Yes, I'm not a huge fan of the Space Girls like you guys, but of course, this song is a classic. This song was part of my childhood too, and it's funny because in every song I have like a reference very clear in my mind. I remember when the first time I saw the video, we were like visiting the family of my dad, like
Hmm.
my aunties and my grandma for the side of my dad, and the television was on and suddenly the video appeared, like I
Hmm.
think it was 1995 or something like that, or
Hmm.
1996.
Six. Yeah.
And I was so like amazed by the video, like, oh my god, this is very catchy, this is very like I want to sing that song, like, and it was even at that moment me not knowing to speak English again, it was so easy to not maybe to understand, but to sing because it was like I mean when I really want. So tell me what you want. It
Memorize.
was
Yes. The song.
yes memorized, like not maybe not every word, but it was easy to sing the song for me. So of course it's a classic and was part of my childhood for sure.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. And you, Luquitas?
Well, they are my favorite ever. So I don't really remember the first time that I heard the Spice Girls. I just remember that I had the Spice World cassette first, but of course I knew "Wanna Be" and the other songs, but only the singles that were on the radio and MTV.
Okay.
And I remember
Hmm.
an older girl from my school. I think I was 7. She was probably 14, I don't know. She recorded the first album by the Spice Girls for me in a tape and gave me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So I remember like very like it was yesterday when I got home. I the first thing I wanted to listen to the whole thing. I remember dancing with the uniform of the school because I was like very anxious to listen to everything. So it was very special. Maybe sometimes I used to play that I was Baby Spicy in my room alone.
Uh-huh.
Maybe. And when it comes to the lyrics, I probably should sing everything very wrong. And when I went to the concert in 2019, actually I told that to everyone around me. I said, "Hey guys, I'm from Brazil and I used to listen this when I was a kid." And so some wrong words are stuck in my mind. So maybe I'm
Yeah.
gonna sing wrong. And they were very cool, but I remember there was one time in the concert that everyone looked at me like, I probably said something wrong. Yes.
We know
So
that you're talking about
yeah,
this.
yeah. So yeah, it's very special to me.
Yeah, I think Spice Girls were definitely part of every 90s child, for sure.
Yes.
Yes,
So
actually, I want to add that for me was not other song from the Spice Girls that I remember from that date. Then, when I had the opportunity to look more songs by them, like To Become One and the other songs, but
Hmm.
actually, that was the only song that I remember from the Spice Girl from that moment.
oh
Yeah.
I I do remember the others being popular, but I think known beat Wannabe, at least here in Mexico.
Yes.
Wannabe was huge. So
Huge. Yeah.
it's weird because I remember more "Say You'll Be There" on the radio all the
Oh,
time.
okay.
mm,
But
I can
maybe
believe that because
it's
Wannabe
my
was like
bad.
huge.
Yes, but
yeah.
our memories as a kid are weird because I remember there
Yes.
was a Saturday and my neighbor was cleaning the car, like washing,
Mm-hmm.
and listening to the radio, and was say will be there playing. I don't know, but
Okay,
I have this memory, so who knows?
okay,
Mm.
okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, friends.
Okay. So.
I'm going to read some comments.
Okay, okay.
Adrian, hello, Adrian, hello, Joaquin. Pure collagen and elastin episode. Yes. Hello, Ruan. Amotalia. I think you have to read this, friend, because it's in Portuguese. Lembro de
Okay.
ver I Want You na MTV pasando tocaba mucho nas rádios.
Yes.
Like all the time playing on the
All the
on the
time on the
radio.
radio and MTV.
Yes, I think.
Yeah.
Culture
It's.
Beat, Mr. Benny's German Jam, for sure. Nancy, hola, buenas noches desde Bogotá, Colombia. Hello, Nancy, and thank you for the support because I think Nancy is not a pop a pop fan, but she's supporting us. Thank you, Nancy.
Yes.
Nina, I love it. I grew up in the 2000s. I am a 94 baby.
94,
So,
baby.
yes, Ruan is younger than us.
Yeah, but he loves everything
Yeah.
and
Oh,
knows how.
that's
Well,
great.
Yes.
we are only like a couple of hours older than one, so that's
Yeah,
it. That's about it.
a little bit. Yes.
Yes.
Ruan is saying Viva Forever era meu clipe favorito das Spice Girls. Essa música que marcou minha infância. Toda vez que passava na TV, de alguma forma me tocava.
One moment to cover. Oh, that's great. That's
Yes.
great.
It was
Yeah, the
beautiful.
Spice Girls, yeah,
Viva
were
Forever.
part.
Yes.
Yeah. So, Luquitas,
Okay.
the next song.
Okay, now I'm gonna with a more obvious song for me that is Sandy Jr. Of
Mhm.
course, I mentioned them all the time here, but this time I chose this song. It's called Você é Demais for a specific reason. Is because this I have the album today to show you
Mm.
guys.
I
This is
love you,
the
They
Lucas.
look so young. They look so
yeah they
young.
are
They look so
pretty young,
little.
and the thing is yellow, so it was very special back then. And this is actually the 50th album by then. They were so little, but it's already the 50th. And I think it's
The
the last
fifth or
one.
the fifth or 15th?
No,
Oh,
the
fifth.
five, number five. Yes,
Fifth. Okay, okay, okay.
yes. And I think it's the last one that they did some music for kids. Like after this, they start to be more teenagers and everything. But I remember when my mom bought me actually the cassette that I hate myself that I don't have anymore because now worth a lot of money.
Mm,
Yeah, and I remember listening to this song Você é Demais, that actually is the name of the album, and I felt for the very first time butterflies in my stomach. You know when you have that feeling when you are a kid or a teenager and you listen to a song about love and you feel like you are in love,
Oh
but
yes. Even
there's
when you are not in love.
there's no one.
Okay.
Yes,
That is there.
you are not in love,
mm-hmm.
but you dream and you feel like you are in a relationship. And I was 5, and I remember feeling this and being kind of confusing, like, am I in love for Sandy? What I'm feeling, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So it was really weird. And I think the song is the sweetest. I still listen. I think from the era that they were kids is the one that I listen to the most probably, and
Mm-hmm.
is actually a Portuguese version of a Bee Gees song. I think it's Love You More, something like this, the original one. It's from the
Oh,
70s. Yes, it's really beautiful,
Okay.
the Bee Gees
Okay.
version.
Yes.
So you guys had a chance to listen to the song, Marielle?
I did, and I'm sorry, Luquitas. I will, I promise. But
Don't worry.
I am a mom, so sometimes my time is limited. But I do
Yes,
know who Sandy and Junior is, and I totally get why you love them so much because you grew up with them. They were
yes,
part of your childhood, and it's like one of the songs I'm going to mention later was also part of my childhood because they were kids when I was a kid. So I get it, and they are part of your evolution as a kid, and it's
yes.
great. So I will listen to it. I promise.
Thank you. And you, Mauricio?
Yes, yes. I had the opportunity to listen to the song, friend, and something that caught my attention of the song is the junior's voice because it's very child, like
Yes.
and I never, I don't know, I can't remember another song he's singing. Like I know he sings in a lot of songs, but like Sandy's voice is all the time, like the main
Yeah.
voice. But in this
Yes.
case, he was singing, and the voice was so cute but so sweet, and they actually even they were kids, but the song is very romantic. Like it's funny
Yes.
because they were kids.
Mm-hmm.
And it's another thing that surprised me is to see like you had the opportunity to saw it at that moment because you are from Brazil. But for me, that I knew about Sandia Junior because of El Amor No
El amor
Fallará.
no espera. Yes.
Yes, for me, it's very surprising to know like the evolution from the moment they were kids and then teenagers and they adults and
Yes.
all of these changes in the music. It's amazing. So yes,
Yes.
immediately when I was listening to the song, I was like, "Oh my God, the evolution of these guys is incredible!" Because all the time they were like living the moment like as a kids, and at the same time the music was the same, like
Yes.
like they
Growing
were
up with
really,
it. Yes.
yes, they were releasing music according to their age. So
Yes.
yes,
Exactly
it's
like
it's
this.
great.
Actually, Sandy is 1 year older than Junior, just one. But in this album, they had a song about Power Rangers, and
Okay.
she now she's saying that back then she hated that song already because she was feeling like I'm a teenager now. So
I'm
I
not a
want to
kid
spend
Yeah.
time.
anymore.
So this
Yes.
album was
She feels
really the
ashamed. She feels
transition.
ashamed.
A little ashamed, yes.
It happens. It happens.
It happens, yes. So the next one is now is Mao, right? Mao's
Mm-hmm.
turn.
Yes. Next song for me is another rock song by another rock singer,
Yeah. your
and
your
it's
choices,
funny.
Mel.
Yes, it's funny because I don't know why I don't. Well, I don't hate rock, but I don't love rock like a huge fan of rock. I love, of course, some rock songs, but it's not like my main genre in music. But this
Mm,
song was released, I think, in 2000 or 2001, and is again by Lenny Kravitz.
Yes.
And I was like all the time for me, I had like divas, like at first was J Lo, or when I was a kid, I, I don't know, like I think my first diva was J Lo, and then Stacey Rico, that. But when I listened to this song, I was like, oh my God, I'm a fan of this guy. I'm a fan of Lenny Kravitz. It's funny because right now I'm not a huge fan of Lenny Kravitz. I like some songs by him, but it's not like one of my favorite artists. But with this song, I felt something special, and I remember it was the moment that MTV was everything, you know.
yeah.
And I remember I was like spending my vacations in a town where my one of my uncles lived at that time, and I remember that here in Bogota I didn't have like the cable, like the signal for the
Satellite.
international, yes,
Hmm.
the
Yes.
satellite for the international channels. But in that other city or town, my uncle had everything, like. And I remember every vacations, like every year, it was so amazing for me to visit his house because of that. And I remember that year, I can remember it was 2000 or 2001. I was like all the time watching again by Lenny Kravitz in MTV, and I was addicted to the video, and I was addicted to the song. And for a while, he was like my favorite. So yes, I
That
was
was
11 or
unexpected.
10. Yes,
Yes.
yes, it was unexpected, but yes, that is the whole story about the moment.
Yeah.
What do you think about the song, guys?
Uh,
Mariel. Oh,
Well.
sorry, friend.
Uh,
no, please go, Maria.
You were about to
okay.
answer. Sorry.
Okay. It's funny that you mentioned that song. It also brings me back to those days when I turned 11, and I remember
Yes.
watching the video, and my dad came in. And he said, "Why are you watching porn?" Because there was
Yes,
a part they are
that
like
he is
naked.
naked. Yeah.
And he goes like, "Why are you watching porn?" And I'm like, "It's not porn, it's Lenny Kravitz." And he was like, oh, "Okay, so well, he didn't like me watching the video, but the song was great." And when in that year to enter into 2001, we visited Monterrey, the city of Monterrey, where one of my aunts lived, and her husband, my uncle Alberto, he gave me the city because he knew I was obsessed with Again. So
Oh,
he
okay.
said, "Oh, here's the greatest hits album." Now I don't
Yes.
have it; I had to sell it, but he gave it to me, and I do remember playing it a lot. And Again is definitely part of my pre-teen years. So, but yeah, I will always remember that time when my dad came in and, "Why are you watching porn?" So
That's very funny, mi Mariel, because I was not expecting that from you.
Yeah.
And it was part of. I want to add like something very funny that happened, like the same. I was watching Burlesque with Cristina Aguilera with my sister, Sarah. And
mhm.
this part when the guy is like trying to flirting with her and is naked. I don't know if you remember that part of the
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm,
And
mhm.
my dad entered to the room and said exactly the same. Like, why are you, what are you watching? You are watching porn? And we were like, no, it's like a movie.
Yeah.
But it was like exactly the same. It was so funny. My sister is still laugh about that moment too. So
It is
yes,
always embarrassing.
yes, and exactly in that moment, in that part, like when the guys are
Yes.
naked.
It is
Yeah.
always embarrassing to watch sex scenes with your parents.
Oh,
So
it was
So
will always
absolutely.
be, I hate it. I hate it. So yeah.
Yes, it's the most awkward moment of our lives. What are your thoughts on again, Luquitas?
before I want to share that I have a similar story too. But
Okay, go
yes.
ahead.
When I was a kid, actually, I like it to shock a little. So I used to talk about sex like it was nothing, to play cool. Like on MTV, they talk about sex all the time. So I wanted to talk too. So I used to act like was normal all the time. But I remember when they released Dirty by Christina Aguilera on
Oh,
MTV. Yeah,
yeah.
we had the top 20 on Saturdays and a rerun on the Sunday.
Hmm.
So I knew the video was about to play, and I was very excited and waiting with my auntie. And she was like, "Oh, your video is on? Not yet, not yet." And when the video starts, I remember her like the this is the video you were waiting for. Oh my god, very shocked.
I know.
I remember that. Yes. Well, but about the song, I feel like very surprised that the song is special for you guys, especially for Marielle, because I
Yes.
think it's more my vibe, but ironically, I don't like the song.
Okay.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that.
Yes.
Of course, I remember the song on MTV all the time on the radio. It was part of a telenovela here in Brazil again, so the song was very huge on the radio. But I remember being more connected to other songs in the soundtrack, like for example, Roxette, Milk and Toast and Honey was a song in this soundtrack at the same time, and I remember I was super in love with the song, and again, not so much. Of course, it's a good song, but I cannot lie, I have no connection with that.
Mm.
Okay.
Oh,
Yes,
okay. Yeah, but it's a great
It's
song.
funny.
it's a great song.
Yes.
Yeah, Lenny Kravitz is great and hot.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm very hot. Yes, yes. I was
Yes.
like, I was addicted to the video because I was addicted to that part, to be
Oh.
honest. I'm going to read some comments. Cuatro Estazoes by Sandy Jr. was my first CD, and I ever owned. They were my favorite singers as a kid. Of course, I know that. I think for every kid, the last
In
time I was with
Brazil?
Lucas,
Yeah.
yes, the last time I was with Lucas in Sao Paulo, I asked that, right,
Mhm.
friend? Like,
Yes.
I think Sandy and Junior was part of every kid, even when maybe they were not fan of pop music or something like that. was part of the childhood of
Yeah,
every kid in Brazil in the 90s.
exactly. It was insane.
I was listening to Calling All Angels. I love that song by Lenny Kravitz today. I love that song. Definitely made part of my childhood. Amazing. I love that song too because it's very soul. It's not so rock for me. It's very soul. It's a
Mhm.
soulful song. Okay, friend, go ahead.
Now it's Mariel's
Oh
turn.
yeah, 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 yeah. Next one, I chose really obvious songs, but I think I it's the parts I remember most about my childhood. So next up we have Aqua with Barbie Girl, another anthem from the 90s. Everybody was singing it, everybody was dancing to it, and you didn't know the meaning behind those lyrics when we were
In that
kids.
moment, no.
Yeah.
No, we didn't
You can
care.
touch, you can play.
You can say, I love you. Yeah, I mean, but I was obsessed with it. I mean, I remember not having the album, and I still don't have it. In case anybody
Oh.
wants to give it to me, uh, remember seeing it on a compilation album of dance music. There was this big, fat, bald guy like this, and it said Mega Dance. And it was like the biggest compilation album of dance music in Mexico. So that cassette included the Barbie Girl, and I
Mhm.
begged my dad, please buy it for me, and he said okay. So he bought it, and I was obsessed with it. So um, it was great. I remember loving the video. I mean, the baby voice that Lynn did. Like I'm a Barbie girl because she does have
Yeah.
a powerful voice, but she did it so. How you say agudo? I don't know.
Hi.
Like high,
Like very high.
really high, and the other guy like, come on Barbie, let's
Come
go
on,
party.
Barbie,
So
let's go party.
yeah, it
Yes.
brings me back to great days when I was 8, probably 9, and now that I'm about to go see them in June,
It's very
Yes,
exciting. Yes.
it's great.
I'm so excited because if they are going to be part of the meet and greet, I will die, people,
Yeah.
die.
Yes. You
Fingers
Because
have,
crossed.
yes, you have to let us know everything here
of
in the podcast
course, of
about that
For
course,
sure.
experience.
of course,
The
and
one in a lifetime experience.
yes, and I also remember this is a fun story. My cousin Cristal, she was turning 15, and you know how popular quinceañera fiestas are here in Mexico. So she was
Mhm.
having her
Yes.
15 party, her quinceañera party, and she has a brother, my cousin Alonso, who is 2 years younger than she is. And she decided to perform Barbie Girl for everybody.
Oh,
And
okay.
her brother danced to it with her. And now he is, if I'm 35, he's 39 now. Um, and now I tell him, do you remember when you danced to Barbie Girl at your sister's party? And he's like, please shut up and never mention that to anybody because he now plays at a heavy metal band. So
Oh,
Okay.
so it has nothing to do
nothing.
with
Yes.
this.
Yes.
And he's like, please don't say a word. Everybody's gonna kill me if they know I danced to Barbie Girl back in the day. So yeah, but I do remember that was a fun part. So what do you guys think, Luquitas?
Yeah, I'm super happy you chose Aqua because it was super hard for me to choose my songs, and I was about to choose Dr. Jones by Aqua because I was very obsessed with them too. I remember I still have the album, but I was really obsessed with a remixes compilation they have. It's called Bubble Mix, and
Mm-hmm.
my neighbor had, and I remember I recorded in a cassette. I tried to drown a cool cover, trying
Mm-hmm.
to write Aqua like the logo. I remember that, and I still don't have that album. Is one that I really want because those remixes are stuck in my mind. Even the ones with 7 minutes and a lot of
Yeah.
I know all of them. So I really love Aqua. They were part of my childhood for sure, especially the music videos were super cool for us as kids to
Very
watch.
iconic. Yes.
Yes, with little stories and everything. So yeah, really
Yeah.
cool.
Really cool. And you, Mao?
To be honest, I just remember Barbie Girl from Aqua from that time,
Mm-hmm.
like because it was huge. And the other songs, like Mr. Jones and Roses Are Red. Roses Are Red.
Dr. Jones.
Dr. Jones? What did I say?
Not Mr. Jones.
Mr. Jones is
No.
counting crows.
Dr. Jones, Dr. Jones. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That song. I didn't remember those songs, but later when I was like looking for more songs by Aqua because I like Aqua so much, and I remember I have another reference like from that song. When I was a kid, I liked it so much the video, like the first time I saw the video was like, oh, this is very cute, this is very fun, and I didn't have the opportunity to see the video a lot of times. I don't know why. The video was not so much on rotation. And then, like in 2002 or 2003, when I was enjoying of this channel that I mentioned in other episodes, Play TV, that was like Bogota MTV, like the Colombian MTV. I was like sending message to the channel that please play a Barbie Girl by Aqua, please, because they also put on rotation videos by the moment, like what
Mhm.
was playing in that moment, not like classic videos. And I remember once in one show or something, they play Barbie Girl by Aqua, and it was so nice to see it again. And we are talking about a moment in time when it was not possible to see the video
Yes.
so easy in internet. Like there was no
YouTube.
YouTube or something like that. So
No.
yes, I
You
remember
had
that.
to wait for years
Yeah.
to see it.
Thanks God for
And
YouTube. Yes.
I don't know if you remember, guys. Maybe the videos were available, but it was so difficult to play it. Like a lot of time, like loading, and
Yeah.
never.
And
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
a
yes,
lot of
yes.
pixels. Yes.
Yeah,
That
Thank God
that's
for
I
YouTube.
yeah, it was
yeah.
super hard. I watched The Game of Love by Michelle Branch for the first time in the website, and I actually saw nothing. Like was
Yeah,
No.
I
very
know.
very bad. Yes.
Yeah, well, Aqua is definitely part of us here. Joaquin is saying, Aqua Turn Back Time was my jam of that album. Turn Back Time is amazing, Joaquin.
Beautiful.
I love that
Yes.
one. It's great. It's one of those songs when they sound serious. So,
Yes.
and not.
Yes.
um, Adrian is saying, counting crows or casting crowns?
One
Counting
is
Crow.
the one is the CCM band, and the other is the mainstream band.
Yes. CCM is Casting Crows, and
It's
who
dancing.
sings Mr. Jones in the rock band Counting Crows.
Counting crows. Okay. Ruan says another song that reminds me of childhood is Shalalala by Benga Boys. The Benga Boys are
Yes.
also part of that time. I mean, I
Bang.
love
Yes,
the Benga
a
Boys.
lot of Eurodance. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, and you have your aunt is here. Your aunt Elizabeth Mouse. She says saludos
Oh,
desde Tequila, Jalisco. Oh, all the way to Tequila. Hi.
yes, yes, because they are making a trip to Tequila and Aguascalientes and
Oh,
Guadalajara. Yes, with my mom. So
I love the
they are,
names. Tequila,
yes, yeah,
yeah.
Aguascalientes.
I remember seeing my dad and my mom having this special trip to Tequila. We were all together with my cousins and everybody, and they give you like thousands of of tequila shots. And my parents were like really dizzy at the end because they gave them like a lot. So yeah,
now
I know.
now that
Salud.
now
One
that
time.
now that you mentioned that, I hope my mom is enjoying that tequila, of course.
It's beautiful.
That,
Yes.
yeah,
Hmm.
You
that
deserve it.
and all the liquor and everything, like all the alcohol.
Oh.
Like
Amazing.
we say here, arriba, abajo, al centro, para
Al
adentro,
centro y entro.
Dentro.
salud.
Su mamá
So yes.
es la
Salud.
mejor. Besos.
Ah, thank
Yes.
you, friend. Thank you.
Luquitas. Next.
Yeah. Okay. Aqua is the perfect link for the next song. I chose Gigi D'Agostino's "I'll Fly with You."
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And actually, when I was a kid, in my mind was the girl from Aqua singing that song because the voice is
Okay.
very similar.
It's very similar. Yeah.
Yeah, but was not her. Actually, it's a man singing that song. Is not a girl. They just changed it. The pitch,
Yeah.
the song is not a mystery anymore. It was for a long time. And actually, I chose this version that was known here in Brazil as "I'll Fly with You" because the original is a little different,
Mhm.
but was popular in some countries too. I don't know how to pronunciate the name of the
Like
original version.
l'amour to you, to
L'amour.
yours or something. L'amour to yours or something like that.
To
L'amour to
you,
Yes,
yours.
l'amour
Uh-huh.
to you. Mm-hmm.
L'amour to
yes.
you.
Thank you, but for me, it's "I'll Fly with You." And yes, forever. That song was very special to me because I remember I was in the marching band in school, and this is very random, okay? And
Mm-hmm.
there's a sound in the song that ding, 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 and
Mm-hmm.
there
Mm-hmm.
was an instrument in the marching band that used to have the same sound. So I remember as a kid paying attention, I was always thinking they should play that song, they should play that song, but no one listened to me because I was just a kid in a bunch. And I remember I was dying to play that instrument, but for some reason, only the girls were allowed to play the song. Well, the girls and Kadu, there was a
Mm-hmm.
guy very ahead of his time. He didn't bother at all to be picked as a gay kid or whatever, but I was
Okay.
not ready for that. But for some reason, that song always take me to that moment, like a kid and kind of confusing and wanted to say and wanted to do, but a little shy and scared. And and I love the song. I think it's a little, I don't know, mystery and beautiful
Like
at the same
mystic.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, mystic,
Mm-hmm.
that's the word. And is very special to me. So that's why I chose this one. I know that Mao loves the song to run, so let's start with him.
Yeah, friend. Actually, I love the song to run because I remember the song from the moment that I was a kid, but I remember the other version.
Uh-huh.
Yes, the other version. And yes, I think something that you mentioned is very interesting because for me, this song and this other song that is song that is tan 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 tan. I can't remember the name right now.
Is
Oh
that
my God, I hate this. I
a
hate
dance
when I
track?
can remember. It's yes, it's very similar. Like it's very techno, like from the 90s. Guys, help me. It's like ta da 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 tan 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 ta da 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 ta da da da.
No.
Oh my God! In every episode, I'm doing the same. Like
Okay, don't
anyway,
worry, don't worry.
this song, yes, I hate this because I can. Robert, "Children" by Robert Miles. Oh,
Yeah.
Mm.
"Children" by Robert Miles. This song, yes, this song and "L'Amour to Yours" by Gigi D'Agostino uh, got that emotional feeling inside of me. You know, like it
Yeah.
makes the same inside of me, like something mysterious and mystic at the same time inside.
Yeah.
And yes, when you were mentioning that, I was like, oh my God, I feel the same with the song. And yes, I love the song, and I remember this song because when I was a kid, my other auntie, like my auntie Esperanza, that is sister of my father,
Mm-hmm.
used to work in a store clothes for women, you know. And she was like a supervisor, and she was like all the time visiting the different stores around Bogota, and all the time she had music in the car, this kind of music
Yeah.
like
Mm-hmm.
"Children" by Robert Miles, and because she loves this kind of music so much, and I remember like in inside of the car listening to the song like around Bogota. Yes,
Yeah. Cool.
yeah,
It.
In you, Marielle.
Um. I didn't remember it much. Now, when you mentioned it, I was like, okay, I have to. And when I played it, I was like, oh yeah, Yeah, I don't think it was that popular around here, because I would
Hmm.
remember if I listened to it more. But Gigi
Yeah.
D'Agostino is definitely known here. At least I know my husband likes him because he has some songs in his car in this
Oh,
USB. Uh, he has some. He says, "Oh well, it puts
Yeah.
me in a good mood." So um,
Yeah.
I know because he grew up as a more like a post teenager in the 90s. So he
yes.
Yeah.
was about to turn. He just turned 20 in
Yeah.
97, 96. So for
So
him,
yeah, he
he
was in
lived
the
it.
moment for
Maybe
clubs.
in the
Yeah.
clubs. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so I do have a more like a reference because of him than I do remember that song. But it's great. I mean, it's
Great.
a 90s favorite for sure.
Yes. Yes. Is the type of song that used to make us feel cool. Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm cool.
Yeah.
Listen to
For
this.
sure.
Yeah.
Even right
yeah,
now,
Okay.
when I'm running and the sun start, I feel cool. Like, oh, this is
Yeah.
great.
And
The
you
sun is
are,
there.
yeah.
friend. You are super cool.
Thank you, friend.
Yes, you are.
Love
You
you.
are. I mean,
Yeah.
Love you, friends.
Joaquin.
You are the
Joaquin is
coolest.
saying, yeah, we love you. Joaquin is saying, oh my God, Gigi D'Agostino was huge in Germany when I lived there. La Pasión was my favorite by Gigi. Gigi
Pasión.
is now very ill with terminal cancer in Italy. So sad. Oh
Oh
my
my
God, that's so
God.
sad.
Oh, okay.
What a shame.
Yes.
Oh well.
Ruan says, "Oh, my mom had the Gigi D'Agostino CD with that song. So many memories." I think this. I don't know the age of the mom of Ruan, but for example, my auntie Esperanza in that moment was like 30 or 30 something. Like I think it was the moment when maybe this kind of people with that age was enjoying this kind of music because of the clubs and yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
More like that. Yeah. And greetings to
Yeah.
your mom, who is also there in Tequila,
Ah.
Jalisco. Greetings to
Hello,
Miss Luz
mamita.
Elena.
Love you and miss you so much. Next time I'm gonna be with her again, so I'm so happy.
Oh, great.
Joaquin, Robert Miles children. he he knew it.
Thank you, Joaquin.
Thank you.
Because we never know with Mao. And so,
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. All the time I'm like doing this
Yeah.
thing.
This is the type of
now,
music that Joaquin's loves. Yes.
Yes,
yeah.
He's
Uh,
super into dance. Yes.
Ruan is saying that his mom was in her 20s back then, so it makes
oh, okay.
sense.
Makes
It makes
sense.
sense.
Yes.
Yes, makes sense.
Nice.
For sure. Who is next? Mao.
Mao. Mao.
Okay. Next song. Okay, this part of my childhood was so important because in other episodes I mentioned that in my house was like forbidden to listen another kind of music like mainstream music because I grew up in a Christian household, so yes.
Hmm.
So in my house my mom all the time was playing the Christian radio. So I remember this song that is called Everything Changes by Cady Trocoli. It's very 90s. It's very, very 90s. And I remember in that moment, I didn't know the name of the song and the singer and nothing. But the song was so popular in the CCM radio here. So all the time, this song was playing. And I remember, like, in that moment, I was thinking, like, it's a guy or a girl because the voice is so powerful. And yes, and after that time I knew that she had the opportunity to make like the crossover with that song, and this song was like playing in mainstream radio too. But I remember the song from the CCM radio, from the Christian
Okay.
radio, from the Christian radio station. So it's for me, it's very 90s, guys. You listen to that song and you know that it's from the 90s because it's very similar to I don't know, Wilson Phillips or something like that for me.
It's
So,
very
Mhm.
what do you
yeah.
think, guys, about the song if you had the opportunity to listen to it? Mi Mariel.
I am sorry, Mao. This is one of the other song I couldn't listen for this time. I
Oh,
am so
no, no.
sorry.
But you know about
I
Cady
will.
Trocoli?
Oh yes, I know who she is.
Okay.
Here, Adrian is saying that Everything Changes was a crossover hit for Kathy Trocoli. So
Oh, okay. Yeah.
yeah, um, I know who she is, and I know why you love it, because it's part of your it was part of your environment,
Yes.
of your everyday life. So I'm gonna listen to it. I cannot tell you now more because I haven't listened to that song, but I do understand why it means so much to you, because you were living in a Christian home. So
Yes.
I definitely understand the power of a song getting so much
Yeah.
to you. So
No problem,
yeah,
Mariel.
I will listen, promise.
I know. I know. What do you think, Lucky?
I never heard of this girl before. I think I didn't check my last FM, but I did like the song. It was the very first time that I listened. Sounds very early 90s. Like
It
I
is
don't know
early night.
the year that was released, but I would
I
guess 93 or something.
maybe Adrian can answer the question because
Yeah.
he's saying right now like you are talking in my language.
Yes, yes.
Yep.
And it's very cool. Actually, remind me a song that I love so much that is called King of Wishful Thinking, that is part of the Pretty Woman soundtrack. I don't remember
Mm.
the name of who sings, but it's the same type of music that is very catchy and fun at the same time, makes you want to dance, but there's so many melody in the verses, and the chorus is very catchy. So I like. I was expecting to hate, to be honest, when I saw the cover of the album. I was like, I don't know,
What
but
is
it was,
that? Yeah.
yeah, but it was a good
Mhm.
surprise to me. I did like it. Yes.
Ah, that's cool. That's very cool, friend. I didn't expect that.
Yeah.
We'll
Nice.
listen, promise, promise.
I know.
Oh,
No,
Adrian is
don't
saying
worry.
that it's 1991. So yeah,
Oh
it's
yes,
Wow.
sure.
I
Yes,
think,
it's
of course,
34,
Of
33.
course, I didn't. Wow, because in 1991, 1994, 1991, right?
One, 91.
1991. In 1991, I was one, so it was impossible to listen, or I don't know, but I remember the song very well. I don't know if it was released here maybe in 1992 or three, but I remember the song from like I was very little. I
yeah.
remember the song that when the time that I was very little.
The song that is similar to me is 1 year before, so maybe it was the same
Oh,
producer. I don't know. I gotta check later, but
oh, we have to check it. Yeah.
yes, it's similar. Yeah,
Juan is saying that the only gospel singer he remembers is Aline Barros. I think it's Brazilian.
it's Brazilian. Yes,
Uh,
she's like the
my
most
mom
popular.
had her city. Oh, I
Okay.
Yes,
did. I have never heard of her. So
yes,
I
she
didn't
was
grow up
very
with
popular.
Christian music until later. Okay, so
Yeah, it's
oh,
you.
it's my turn. It's my turn. um, it's a Mexican song. Next one. By my favorite group ever, Adrian. I know I owe you a playlist of the best by Jeans. I promise I will send it to you. You've been asking me for that, and I forgot. This song is called Pepe. Pepe is a name for those whose name is Jose. Here in Ireland, I think everywhere in Latin America, they are called Pepes. So, my favorite group, Jeans,
No,
released
not
this song.
here.
Oh no?
We
Oh,
no here. Pepe is for Pedro. Chepe is for Jose.
well, we use Chepe too, but it's not that common. Well,
Okay, okay. Because here Pepe is for Pedro.
He's
oh,
for nothing.
okay,
It's funny.
okay. Well, they released this song in '96. I was 7, so yeah, I was young, really young, and they sing this song to a guy from school they like called Pepe. So it's a really fun song. It was really '90s. It was so catchy, and it makes you think of your very first crush when you were a kid. So for me, was like an anthem of the '90s, because everybody wanted to sing this song to any guy that you like from school, even if his name was not Pepe. So and we all knew the choreography, like Pepe, no te
Yeah.
vas. So it was really fun. And the girls were 13, and well, now they are in their 40s. So I've been growing up with them. For me, you know how special Jeans is for me. So um, I don't know if you guys had the chance. I'm not gonna get angry if you didn't.
I
So,
did.
Luquitas.
Yes, I think I was in a good mood today because I actually like the song too.
Okay,
Oh,
yes.
yes. Usually I don't like this Latin pop with some Euro dance mixed, but
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
this time I was listening first. I was imagining Marielle dancing, so we have a
In front
preview
of a
Okay,
there.
mirror, in front of
that's
a
Yes,
sad.
mirror with the
That's
brush
sad.
her in her
exactly.
hands.
Yes, I was imagining that, and is actually very catchy. And there, maybe that's the reason why I like it. There's a line they sing like very similar to a song that I love by Julie, a Brazilian singer that I show you guys before.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah.
I will
mm-hmm.
record both parts and send you Marielle.
Okay.
It's pretty similar, so maybe that's the reason why. But this time I actually like Jinx. It's very
Yay!
fun. Yes.
Yay! Thank you. And Mao?
Well, I already knew about the song, Mi Mariel, because jeans were not popular here in Colombia. They
Pepe.
were not so popular here in
Mm-hmm.
Colombia. But I remember Pepe. Maybe
Sounds
I don't
funny.
know why. Yeah, I don't know why I knew about the song, and it was the only song that I knew by Jeans, even before knowing you. So
Mm.
I remember the first time I listened to the song, I was like, "Oh, this song is so silly,"
I know.
and I don't like the song at all. But when I had the opportunity to listen more by Jeans because of you, because you share with me the first album and the album that you love so much, and I was like, okay, I understand why this is like that, you know. For example, Faye had this kind of vibe that Lucas
Hmm.
mentioned, like
Yeah.
Eurodance mixing with Latin pop. So today that I was listening to the song again, I was like, it's not so bad. Maybe the lyrics are a little silly, but silly love at the same time, you know, like it's like silly love.
Innocent.
And it's
Yeah.
innocent, yes. And yes, I perceive the song different today. Like I was like, okay, it's a good song for when you were like 12 or 11.
Yeah.
You can enjoy the song. And yes, today like Lucas, I enjoy the song so much.
Yeah. We
Yeah,
were open today.
it
Yes.
changes.
Yes,
It changes with time, and you know, like
yes,
it was a teenage song dedicated for
yeah.
teen boys, but
Yeah.
now that you think of it, it's like this is the kind of music that I would like my daughter to listen to because it's
Yeah.
innocent, it's
It's
fun.
innocent, yeah.
Depends of your
So, well,
mood, the day, what you are listening.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Sometimes I'm like super on the rock side of myself, then I would probably
Mm-hmm.
hate a song like that. But when I'm more pop, who knows?
You never
So
know. Yeah.
yeah, it's
Oh,
cool.
to answer your question, Cesar, Ruan Cesar, was Dulce Maria on Jeans back then? Years, yeah, before RBD. Yes, she was part of Jeans, but for their fourth album, not since the beginning. She wasn't part of that album, their first. Joaquin says, by Jeans, love the song Tal vez from that album. Yeah, I love it. By love, maybe from that album. I worked for Angie on E Entertainment in 2018, and it was nice to meet her. Oh, you did? She's great. She's from Argentina, actually. She was raised here in Mexico, but she's from Argentina. I'm glad you met her, Joaquin. And yes, that song Tal vez is also very cool. Check it out. Okay, Luquitas.
Yeah,
Good.
I have a bonus for us
Yes.
because I wanted to choose a song that was actually kinda made for kids too.
Mhm.
In this track, that is a girl called Angelica that I'm pretty sure Juan knows who I'm talking about, because in the 90s our pop stars were those girls making TV shows for kids here in Brazil, as I mentioned before. So Xuxa, Eliana, Angelica, and a lot of others, but those three were like our Brainy, Christina, and Jessica,
Mhm.
more
Mhm.
popular than the others. And Angelica musically was my favorite when I was a kid, and I think it's because her music was not that childish. Like, she was on the radio too, was a little mature, more made for teenagers, because there was a time when she was on three TV shows at the same time, one for kids and two for teenagers. So she was all over the TV. So the music was kind of divided, like this. And her album from 1995 is the one of those I listened to the most when I was a kid. I was 5, and I remember being like obsessed with the single that is called Vou Ficar. That is the song that I sent in the list. That for me is actually very pop. It's not very childish. That's why I chose. But in that album, there's a lot of cool songs, including Esperando Nada, that is a cover by Nicole that we talked here before,
Hmm.
that I really love too. So I'm gonna ask him out if he had the chance to listen because I think Marielle didn't.
I did. This one I did.
Oh, okay. So let's go with Marielle. Let's go with
No, I don't
Marielle.
want to talk now. Bye.
Yeah.
You guys, no, I remember I am a mom and that I have a very frustrating job sometimes. So
No, I'm just playing. Don't worry.
that one I did have the chance. Um, for me, somehow it reminded me of Jean's first album that
Oh,
wasn't made for 100% for kids. It's like a transition from kids
yeah.
to preteens. So it gave me that vibe, of yeah, I'm singing, fun poppy songs, but at the same time that sound a little bit more mature.
Yeah, the
So
lyrics. Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
yeah, for me it gave me that vibe, and I liked it. I guess that's why you grew up with it and you liked it when you were growing up. um Same happened with me with jeans. Those were
Yeah.
national artists that we we love. So it
Yes.
was.
And she was the first concert I ever saw. That's why I chose two.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yes.
that's so cool.
I was
Okay.
6. Yes. Yes.
You
Oh,
were
that's great.
6.
6. Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
Guitas was like this. Yes.
Yes, very
Yes.
cool. And
Very,
my
very
auntie putting me on top,
on
and
the
I
air.
was
Yeah.
screaming, yeah, on the air, trying to get her attention. I kind of remember.
Yeah. So Mao.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I had the opportunity to listen to this song. I remember we talked once about Angelica, and you know that we here in Colombia we had our version of Shusha. She
Yeah,
was called
Angelica.
Xiaomi.
Yes, it was.
Yes,
Mm,
Yes.
yes, she was Xiaomi, and I remember there was a show in that was like for Peru, I think, in Peru, and it was called Nubeluz, and it was so popular here in Colombia because Xiaomi was part of that. And Xiaomi released, actually, Lucas told me because I didn't know that a lot of Xiaomi songs are covers by Angelica and Shusha, and I think
Yes.
Eliana too.
He sent me the album, and I was like, no way. Those songs are all
Every
covers of the
song,
Brazilian pop
yes,
singer. Yes.
yes, and I was expecting something like that when you share with us the song by Angelica. But when
Hmm.
I was listening, I was like, oh, this is more pop. And
Yes.
there is a part of the end of the song that the instrumentation is so so good, like very 90s. Like I don't know if it's saxophone. I don't know how to
Saxophone.
say it in English.
Yes. It is
Saxophone.
actually similar to the song you chose by the CCM girl. The
Yes,
instruments.
yes,
Yes.
yes. The instrumentation is very similar. So I
Yes.
was like, okay, this is a very good song. And something that I really love from the 90s is this kind of instrumentation, like with the saxophone and with this trumpet sometimes. And it's great because this kind of music is amazing. And it was so common. You can hear it in Whitney Houston or
Yeah.
this kind Luther Vandross or this kind of music because it was like the trend at that time.
Yeah.
So yes, yes. I was expecting something different, but I was surprised.
You like it.
Maybe I'm not. I didn't like it so much, but it is a good song.
Yeah. Okay. It's good because those girls were not like amazing singers, but at least they were like very well produced.
yeah.
The
Yes.
songs were, yes, very well produced.
No,
That's
but the voice is good. The voice comparison in comparison to the ones that are now like making music, they are
yeah.
talented women. They are
Yeah.
talented women. Yes, for sure.
Yeah, yeah, you're right.
Joaquin is saying that Angelica's the cover of Chilean singer Nicole is very good. Well, we just mentioned that.
Yeah.
Um, Ruan says that he had her 2001 CD, and he has a question for Mao. Did Colombia have their pop stars, a boy band or girl group?
Yes, yes. Thank you for the question. Yes, we had here in 2002 our edition of the Pop Stars, and the winners were called Escarcha. We took it in one episode. Did you have the opportunity to
To
visit
watch.
that?
Yes.
In the yes, in the Colombian Pop Star or something like that. Colombian,
Mm,
yes, like reacting to
Colombia
Colombian pop stars,
pop
yes.
singers.
And actually, Mariel knows, and of course, Lucas knows because of the episode. And yes, they had like a short period here in Colombia, but they were so popular in that moment because of the reality TV, and they were very involved in different events of the channels of the channel that was the creator of the project. That was Caracol TV. So yes, they were very popular. They are called Escarcha. I suggest you to listen because the main like the huge hit for by them was Boom
Yeah.
Boom, and it's very cool. And
Is
I
the
was very fan of that.
the Rouge version of Colombia one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm. Okay, Mao, your bonus track. I'm sorry.
Your
Okay,
ball.
I go. I go with a song and an artist that was so special, courtesy of my cousin Jerry again, and it's Alejandro Sanz. Jerry was so fan of Alejandro Sanz in that moment. She was like, it was like the Stay So Rico for me, like Alejandro Sanz was for her. So
Okay.
I remember this year 2000 was very special because of the music. I remember Alejandro Sanz had a concert here in Bogota, and she attended to the concert, and she had this CD that is El Alma al Aire,
Mm.
and she had a Discman, and maybe this was like the first album that I had the opportunity to listen the whole album, and I was so addicted to the song, and I love Alejandro Sanz because of that, because it was like part of this moment of my life. I was 10, and I think, I don't know, guys, if for you is the same, but when I turned 10 in that moment, I feel like everything changed, like in a way,
Yeah.
because I was not a kid anymore. I was like a preteen, but I
Yeah.
was like dealing to be like grown, like I'm not a kid anymore, this
Yeah.
kind of feeling.
You're
So
in puberty. You're in puberty.
yes, so
Yeah.
yes, it's that
And
kind of fight.
yeah, and the years were like so much longer. I don't know.
I
Yeah,
Like
know.
yeah, for sure.
you
Yeah,
had 11 is like a whole story. You have to
forever. Yes. Yeah,
forever.
yeah,
Now
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like this. Yes.
I know.
Yeah, so it's, yeah, I think in that moment something changed, and I remember this time in my life with so much love and surrounded a lot of
Yeah.
by music, like surrounded by so much music. So I remember Alejandro Sanz and this song El Alma al Aire, and yes, it
You
was
are
it
not a
was
girl,
so
but yet a
special.
woman. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Luquitas. You and your things. Okay, so
Yeah,
uh,
for sure.
That's the feeling. Yes.
That's the feeling, yeah.
uh, well, I remember that song Mimao before jumping into something else. I remember because Alejandro Sanz was very popular here too. So his album Mas was huge here in
With
Mexico.
Corazón Partido, yes.
With Corazón and actually my favorite song by Alejandro Sanz is in that album. Y si fuera ella. So
Oh, love
it's a
it.
beautiful song.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not a huge fan of his voice because sometimes I just can't understand what he's saying. When he
Hmm.
sang with Shakira, I didn't understand a single word.
Yes,
But
I know.
um, but the song is good. I mean, that album El Alma al Aire is really cool, and I think that song is very positive, and it has that those cool vibes from the early 2000s. So yes, I remember that one.
It's very poetic. The song is very poetic, like it's like a
Yes,
poem or something like that. Yeah.
he's a great lyricist. He's
Yes.
great songwriter, but he really needs time to improve his diction because I never get it.
I think it's on purpose. I think it's on purpose. Like
Yeah,
sometimes he sings like
It's
he's
the
drunk.
charm.
You
I
know,
think it's the
like yeah.
charm. Yeah.
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 What do you think of the song, Luquitas?
Yeah, for me, it's like I said that before here. So some songs when I was a kid sounded very mature and not made for me, you know.
Yeah.
And I never gave another chance after being actually an adult.
Mm.
So I I don't like it, but maybe that's the reason why. It's like the song "Mal" was shocked that I don't like. That is nothing compares to you by Sinead
Ah,
O'Connor.
Shannon O'Connor. Yeah.
Yes, because it's the same. When I was a kid, for me, sounded so stranger, and that never changed inside of me. So it's the same
Same.
with Alejandro Sanz. Yes.
But I have a question, Lucky. Alejandro San was popular in Brazil too.
Yeah, Corazón Partido was like huge on the radio.
Oh, okay.
Again, part of telenovela soundtrack, so was everywhere. He was very famous here. Yes.
Oh, okay, okay. I wanted to know about
Interesting.
that, so it's cool. Yeah.
Joaquin is saying that from that album, Alejandro Sanz remembers the single from the reissue of a song with the chorus, "Una Noche."
Oh, yes.
It was very successful
Oh
on
yes.
MTV. Yeah, that song was everywhere. I remember, but I don't
Yeah.
like that version. I like the chorus version alone. So, well, for me.
We had a version in Portuguese here in Brazil with other singer. That is
Oh,
terrible.
uh, Rohan is saying, yeah, I feel like the 1998 to 2009 was an eternity. Now I feel like 2015 to 2024 was a click.
You are
I
totally
Yeah,
know, I
it's true.
know. Where does
yes.
time go? I know, I know.
Now, until like 2010, I can say by name all the songs I love it and everything. After this is kind of confusing. I'm not sure if the song was 2017, 2018. I don't know. It's a mess and weird.
Same, same. Well,
Yeah.
my bonus track. Um, I don't know if you guys. Well, I'm pretty sure Luquitas does. I don't know if Mao remembers. But this is a song that also came from that cassette I told you that I had from Aqua that has all these dance
Yes.
songs that were very popular in 1998, and it was Alexia with "Ooh La La La." I love you, baby. I
Ooh la
love that
la.
song. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's so pop. It's so fresh. It's so 90s. Um, I don't know why it brings me so much joy every time I listen to it. Maybe because I was obsessed with that cassette and Barbie Girl was first and then it was Ooh La La La. So they
Uh-huh.
were, one next to the other.
Yes.
And I remember playing it and never getting rid of it, never getting tired because I really like the vibe and Alexia's voice. I don't know. What do you think, Mao?
Yes, I don't know if was like an unblocked memory for me because I was listening when you shared the song. I was like, I don't know the song, but when I was listening to the song, I was like, okay, I know that song. Maybe it
Mm,
was not like when you discovered that you know the song, and I was like, oh my god, I know the song. No, but when I was listening, I was like, okay, yes, maybe I know the song because it was familiar for me. So it's very 90s. It's very I can say it's like Eurodance. I don't know. For me,
Yeah.
was like
Kind of.
this kind of vibe, you know, like yes, this kind of dance song.
Yeah.
That was very cool in the 90s, and that was very popular. So yes, it's a cool song.
yeah, it's really sweet. And you,
Yes.
Luquitas.
Yeah, this song was huge here in Brazil. She was very famous here in Brazil.
Okay.
She was here all the time, and we had that radio that I mentioned here, that is Jovem Pan. So it was very dance pop. This radio. So she was in every compilation album. So she was really very popular. Actually, I was checking. the video here now on YouTube to see if there was a lot of Brazilian people in the comments, and yes, there's a lot of Brazilian people commenting, and I love that song. It's one of those songs that, as I said before, made me wonder what it would be when I grow up. I'm gonna have
Mm,
this type of fun. I'm gonna be with my friends and everything, and we're gonna have a party in the club that I work next week. There's going to be a 90s party, and I just add the song to the playlist yesterday because we gotta play this song. It's perfect for the 90s.
oh,
So
great.
yeah, Alexia is very famous here, or used to be at least.
Okay.
That's what Ron is saying, that it was huge here in Brazil. She came to some TV shows back then.
Yes.
But yes, you are right, Joaquin. She had some songs in Spanish too. Her debut
Oh,
album, The Party, I think it's The Party.
she's from
Um,
where?
she's Italian. She's
It's
Ah,
Italian.
she's Italian. Okay.
Yeah, but she does have songs in Spanish too. I do know from the album The Party or the next one. I don't remember, but yeah, she does have some in Spanish.
Okay, okay, okay.
But yes, because she was really popular in Latin America.
yeah.
Anyway, well, that was our song choices. What do you guys think? Uh, did you reminisce about them too? Let us know in the comments what are your childhood songs. Maybe
Yes.
we can, remember some more with your comments, like saying, "Oh yeah, that song too brings me
Yeah.
back to those
Was
days."
hard to choose. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we can make a part two maybe next
Yeah,
year
in October.
in
In
October.
October,
Yes,
yes.
Yes.
for Brazilian Children's Day.
Yes. Yes.
So, Luquitas, anything else you want to add?
I had so much fun with you guys today. I feel like we were in a good vibe, talking and remember everything. Because sometimes the nostalgia can bring something kind of heavy, but today was very light.
Mm-hmm.
And so I love the song choices, the stories behind your choices, and the comments of our friends too. So thank you so much.
Yes, Mao.
Thank you, the audience. Thank you, guys. Love you so much. Always is a pleasure. Always is a moment in my week that is amazing to have because I have fun. I love so much. And music, it's like
Yeah, and I drink
our
so much water.
common
Yeah.
factor. Yeah. Okay. And yes, the playlist of this episode is already set in Spotify. Is already is ready for you to listen. So as an advice that Adrian gave us, it's a good idea to put like the playlist first before the episode
Yes.
for you to listen and for you to know what we are talking about during the episode. So yes, it's ready and it's already done. So thank you so much, and
Great.
that's all.
Uh, Adrian, before we go, Mariel, do you remember El Club de Gabi? Um, um, no.
No,
I don't. Who's Gabi? Sopa de Letras? Oh my God.
because
No.
Adrian told me that you had in Mexico El Club de Gaby that was like the Mexican version of Nube Luz, like the Mexican version of Shusha with
Was it?
the the sister
Um,
of Victoria Roof or something like that.
are you talking about Gabi? Oh, I remember. Forget her name.
Gaby
She.
Rufo,
No, no, no,
the
no, no.
no,
Gabi, the one that played the teacher in this telenovela, Carrusel. Are you talking
Probably.
about that one, Adrian? Because I don't remember. I think I was really little because I do remember El Cubo de Donalu, which was a show from Graciela Mauri. That's the one I remember, and Tatiana's. But that one doesn't ring the bell. But anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode as much as we did. We had a lot of fun, going back 20 years over. Today, I just saw that 18 turns 25 years
30
today.
years. Yeah.
yeah,
What? I mean, yes. It's been 25 years since the release of Mamma Mia, and I can't believe how time flies. So yeah, let's keep enjoying this kind of reminiscing episodes. Con la maestra Jimena, yes, that's the one I'm talking about. Uh, I don't remember her last name, but yes, at the end, I do remember the show, but I didn't watch it. So we will be seeing you next week with more pop content. Uh, and well, stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe, give us a big thumbs up, and follow us on Instagram at Ready Set Pop Pod. Good evening, everybody, and thank you so much for being here.
Bye.
Bye.